1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This story is about a small town within itself, within a large city. In the early 1860s to the 1950s, the neighborhood was placed for many a number of Denver's leaders, housing mayors, governors, and prominent business people, as well as middle-class laborers. It was very successful in its development, a major population, and its new residents settled in the city. Of course, the majority during those days were for African Americans, due to the racism that was still strong within the city of Denver. Most African Americans were not allowed to congregate or to operate in the Denver downtown area. Those African Americans were employed by the railroad, made a home here, and of course in the 5 Points was their union hall. These young African American settlers designed the district and the neighborhood specifically for themselves, and was also known as the Harlem of the West. With that brought many different owners and businesses, which included everything that any general neighborhood would need. It had butchers and real estate companies, drugstores, tailors, and restaurants.
Things have changed in my neighborhood. I grew up here and learned quite a bit. Used to run these streets. Used to be here. Things have really changed fast.
Walton Street was known widely amongst all, especially during the 1950s. It had bars and clubs everywhere down there. It was naturally known for jazz musicians such as Billie Holiday, Duke Ellington, Miles Davis, Nat King Cole, Count Basie, Dizzy Gillespie, and other performers that came through town headed to the west. One of the icons that is still there in the neighborhood that was built in 1912 is the remains of the Rosonia Hotel. It became famous for its music venue and for African Americans to reside at, since they were not allowed to lodge in any of the downtown hotels. The 5 Points community economic changed and it declined. As well, the wealthy residents moved to the newer housing in the post-war southern boom. Even though there are changes throughout the years, right on up until today, with all of the ongoing gentrification, the Walton 5 Points district is still known and will always remain as Uptown.